Welcome to the SOAR Show. I'm Kathleen.
I'm Rebecca.
Hey, I'm Sheila.
And I'm Carrie, and welcome. Today we're going to talk about when life's a big Shadoobie.
The doobie
And
show.
the four of us are here, and I miss these beautiful women so much. So
Literally, we
Yes.
already been like chit-chatting for an hour. We should have filmed the whole thing. Or maybe not. Anyway, we're glad to be together. Anybody got a good word for the day?
all right, let me get mine over with. It's okay. It's going to end up being positive, but right now it might seem negative. But I'm going to kind of work it into our conversation. Right now, I feel numb.
Wow.
I really do. Right now, I feel numb.
Okay.
And yeah, I really do. Everything going on, you know, too many stimulating things going on, and not enough of the right social stimulation. I feel numb.
I feel pretty certain this person will not see this, but I had a songwriting thing recently, and everyone was playing a song, and this girl's song was "I Feel Numb." But the whole song was something like out of actually in the right thing, medium venue, whatever you want to call it. It was perfect. It felt like something out of what am I trying to think of? A Dracula play.
Rocky Horror Picture Show?
No, like Dracula. It's romantic, but it's Dracula. What am I thinking of?
I don't know. It'll come.
It was like
It'll come to
I
you.
feel numb.
Oh,
What am I thinking of?
Phantom of the
Phantom of the
Opera.
Opera.
yes.
Yeah. So you made me think of that.
Okay.
Here's what I think is interesting. How does this sound like a little twist? I thought about this. Sometimes you have to feel numb to really feel.
Of course. I
Does that
totally
make
agree.
sense?
I totally agree.
Sometimes
Yes.
getting completely numb, you feel everything.
Well, and that's really what helps you appreciate when you don't feel numb. Just like the highs and the lows of life, you have to experience both.
Yeah.
And so when you feel numb, and I think you have to remember it's a temporary feeling, and this too shall pass, and just wait
It's
for
like
it.
that. You got to hit rock bottom, but why? Because at rock bottom, you finally find yourself. So I guess that's what I mean. Sometimes numb is where you finally feel it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that word.
Me? Okay, mine's sciencey. I'm going with inertia. Oh boy. I'm sure Rebecca knows what inertia is. So it's the tendency of a body in motion to stay in motion, or a body at rest to stay at rest. So
Until altered by an outside force.
look at you, science girls. Anyhow, I've been trying to just get up and get moving, so inertia will take over. Sometimes just taking that first baby step is hard.
Wow, we talked
That
about
is the
that
hardest,
earlier.
actually.
So
Taking
you
the
just-
first step is hardest.
That's going to go good with our
Yeah.
topic, because our topic I know didn't really reveal what we were going to talk about, but shoot, it's trying to find calm in the storm and how you connect in the storm too. What's your word?
My word is confusion. In life,
I'm confused.
confused. My word is confusion because in life there are times when you feel you have total clarity, right? You know what you're doing, you know what your job is, you know what your responsibilities are, you're sailing through life and all is well. But life isn't a bed of roses and it's not perfect. And sometimes you feel confusion, and those are the times to me when you need that inner circle of people that you can trust to talk to and talk things out, and people who know you and love you and will guide you and give you honest answers. So don't take confusion as a negative thing necessarily. Take that as something to learn from, to talk about and to lay out with others that love you, that can guide you, and just know that, again, when you're confused, it's temporary, and pretty soon you'll have clarity again.
A lot of times you can find answers in the word.
Yes, very
I
true.
love to, if I'm confused, I got to go to the Bible. I got to go to God.
But is it sometimes that you know what you should do, but then there's also what you want to do, and you can't decide between the two?
That's
That's
confusion.
I mean, you know what you should do. You know the right thing to do.
But, yeah.
But,
Yeah. My word is scent, like you smell.
uh-huh.
And I mean, how great are scents? You know, just because they feel good. The scent
Yeah.
of Cracker Barrel when you walk in, the scent of rain, the scent of salt water in the
Fresh
beach,
laundry.
and Hawaiian tropic lotion, the scent of laundry.
Yeah.
We're going to Brown County this weekend, which we go every November. I love it. And so I think about the scent. When you walk in every single store, it's like hazelnut and pumpkin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so many scents bring back memories. You know, I saw somebody posted something that was really cute on Facebook this week, and it was about that memory of that 64 box of crayons with the sharpener in the back. I love the scent of fresh crayons because it reminds me of school days and being excited about school starting up again.
Not quite as
Scents are
good as
very
magic
important.
markers, but the crayons.
Well, that's true.
Think about magic markers.
Yes. Oh yeah, for sure.
Remember the scented markers?
Oh
Like
yes.
strawberry and grapes and stuff. Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, what about a fun fact?
Got a really funny fun fact. So, you know, you think about inventions, and I've always heard that if you find a need and fill it, that's a fabulous invention, right? So the inventor of the ketchup bottle, who invented turning it upside down on its cap, has earned over $13 million from that single invention.
13 million. So you don't have to go
That's right.
and get that ketchup to where it'll come out. Shampoos are like that too now.
I know, but I think he probably was among the first that created that
Sure.
upside down, which, so if you have a great idea, act on it. Yeah, you never know, fill a need.
That's just stupid.
I know, right?
I mean, really, it's like,
Oh,
yeah,
it
something
really
that makes
is.
sense.
He
and
probably said, this
it's
is too hard, turn this
Right.
upside down.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever watch Shark Tank?
Oh, yeah.
That's one of my
night.
favorite shows.
Yes, I
Every
love
night.
it.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of good ideas on there.
They really are. And it shows you how many smart people are out there thinking. Yeah. A lot of good lessons on that show. Okay, what about,
Current event?
yeah.
There's nothing going on in the world.
I know,
couldn't
it's so
find,
boring
I
right
couldn't
now.
find anything. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We could talk about COVID or the election, but let's just say 2021 is just a couple months away.
I like that thought.
Yeah, that's
This
our
is gonna-
current event.
It
This
is
is-
current. It's coming around
Yeah,
less than
it
60
is.
days now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a chance to reinvent ourselves, just to put this horrible year behind us, right?
You know, we just had Halloween last weekend, and a lot of people, I guess, come to end things to have pinatas, which I didn't realize was such a Halloween thing. Did you have a
I
pinata?
thought it was a birthday
Or
party.
we have
Okay,
it,
yeah, me too.
Right.
But there's been a lot of people that have pinatas, and then I saw something on social media that they said their 2020 was, and it had, this is my pinata, and it was
Bust
a
open
hornet's, it was a hornet's nest.
Oh.
Yeah, and said, yeah, this was my pinata, and I thought,
Yeah.
that's perfect.
I like it.
So I'm gonna make a prediction. This December 31st, 2020 is going to be the biggest celebration of all time.
No kidding. Even bigger than 1999 to 2000.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, I think it is going to be huge.
And you celebrate it in your own home.
I know that's probably
So
not gonna
how
happen.
is
There's gonna be,
California monitoring if there's more than 10 people in somebody's house at Christmas? Do you
Oh,
hear
wow.
that rule?
No.
I
You
heard,
cannot have more than 10 people in your house at Christmas and still social distance. Who's watching? This is scary, y'all. If someone knocked on my door and said, I see 11 in there, I'm like, what the?
Right.
I'll just say, I don't see that happening.
No,
I don't see that
but
happening.
they're issuing up restrictions, so
Yeah.
I'm wondering, how do you think you're monitoring that?
Well, everyone in California is moving to Middle Tennessee, so there'll probably be no one left by Christmas.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
speaking of that, I'd like to hold Southern classes for all these people
Right.
that are moving here
Right.
and tell them how we do it here.
Yes.
We say hi and we open
And we
doors
wave.
and we wave.
That's right.
Use our turn signals, stop at
Yes,
stop
we look
signs.
at each other on the sidewalk when we're walking.
But with all of us being real estate agents, we are happy that you're here.
Yes. Welcome.
Yeah, we'll
Welcome
give you
to Tennessee.
Southern manner lessons for free.
Speaking
Welcome
of,
to
shout out to
California.
Cliff and Sharon.
Yeah.
I'm helping them right now move here from Washington.
And shout out to Jean-Luc and Tanya from California. They're moving here too.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about, because here's why it just made sense for us. This is the first time the four of us have been together in so long.
Yeah, it's been a
And we
while.
couldn't wait, and so we understand how great connecting is. When times of, some of us have, just gone through different things. All of us have gone through things like that. But anyway.
Or most times, y'all in life seems like it's a big
Shit
Shadoobie.
show. I said it. I can say it. It is a shit show right now, and I can say it. I just can't type it or it doesn't get shared. But I can say it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Just like I say shit on every show.
Yeah.
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 Anyway, it is crazy.
It is crazy.
It's crazy with the election. It's crazy with COVID. It's crazy with adapting to a lifestyle all year long you're not used to.
That's true, but innately we're humans, and no matter what's happening in the world, we have to have that connectivity. We have to have those relationships. And despite the fact that we have social distancing, we're not supposed to be gathered more than X number of people, 6 or 10 or whatever the number is, I still say people are going to find a way eventually. I mean, they probably have, you know, initially in the year, people were trying to adhere to those rules
Yeah.
and mandates and everything else. But I think there comes a time where, because we're humans and we have to have that, we have to feel the love, we have to feel the hug, the touch, the
There will clearly
handshake.
be people that fall into some depression if this continues much longer.
They already are.
Because we're all very strong, assertive, thinkers, survival of the fittest type women, I believe. But I'm feeling it. It's. I can't do this. Like, let me out of my cage.
I honestly used that word recently, and that's where depression, literally, and it's kind of what Sheila said. I want to encourage everybody to have those relationships. We are about relationships and doing whatever is safe to you. If being with 10 people seems safe to you, that's fine. If that freaks you out, make sure you Zoom somebody. But make sure you have those relationships. I ran into somebody recently, and they said, "How are you?" And I said, "You know what? I use the N word. I'm kind of numb right now, and I almost feel like I'm a little depressed." And I was embarrassed to say that, and she said, "Oh my gosh, me too. Thank you for like admitting that."
Right.
And I came in and saw these 3 beautiful women and kind of talked about how I feel, and they were like, "Wow, I get that."
Yeah.
So there's more people that are feeling like you're feeling.
Well, you know, we're the kind of people that wake up, and our business is people. And when you get told you can't be around people, or you can't see them, or you have to stay away from them, or you have to have a mask on, you lose your identity.
You do. It's so funny to watch everybody on the news. And all you see is little masks. It's like, is it really them talking? Am I watching the Masked Singer? What's going on?
Yeah, but how come if you're at a podium, giving a speech to people, you have to have a mask on? Can you take it off for 5 minutes while we listen to you talk?
Yeah.
Sorry. I want to start
Well,
judging
that's the
on that.
problem, and we won't go down that path, but the problem
No, we
is
won't.
nothing is consistent. That's
Yeah.
just gonna say that. But I do agree with,
Well, we'll add this because all weekend, of course, I'm always on Broadway with my husband singing. And the stupidity of it all, I'm just going to call it out. It is stupidity. You can't have so many people in the bar, so they wait outside in line. So they're in line like this, okay? And no one's monitoring mask on or mask off. They'd be better off inside, separated at their tables. But then you wear your mask in till you sit at your table. But when now you're at your table, what the heck? You're still
Figuring it
talking and the waitresses and everything. I mean, none of it makes sense. It's all just someone wants to feel like there were rules to get through something we don't understand.
confusion.
And yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
But, you know, bottom line, during it all, I think we have to maintain a sense of normalcy and a sense of relationships, like we were saying earlier. You have to stay connected, exactly what Rebecca said, on whatever level makes you comfortable. And to me, I see it that we're grown-ups, and if you want to be with 2 people or 10 people, that's your decision.
Yeah,
You
are we
get to
still
just-
talking? If you want to be with 2 people or
Oh,
10
That's funny. I missed that.
No, absolutely. The connectivity is so important. You know, just to feel human. But it kind of has made, it's been good for some people to think of new things to do and be different or create a new job. Or now I work from home. But don't underestimate
Yes.
hanging out with somebody again, having lunch.
Yes.
And it's so funny, you said you were afraid to mention no, and that you were feeling that way. And recently we were having this weird nap problem in our condo. And for a while, and we're like, okay, you know, we're very clean people. I don't know what's going on, but you don't want to say anything. I finally said to my husband, I'm saying something. I'm saying something because this doesn't feel weird. We've been here too long. We've never had this problem. The second I said something to someone else, it was like, me too. And then all of a sudden, there was like 90 comments on our closed Facebook page. Don't be afraid to speak up. People are going through what you're going through, and we all think we live in this shell that no one knows what we're going through. Whether it's lonely, whether it's left out, whether it's I feel insecure today.
That's right. Whether it's depressed, whatever the emotions might be,
Yeah.
it can run a gamut, and you're exactly right.
Yes.
There's always someone that can relate to you and help you through that process.
Yes. Talk to your inner circle. Yeah. Yeah. It's those relationships.
You know this from being a teacher. It's just like being in a classroom, and you're like so scared to ask, you know, what is a nucleus or whatever. And finally you go, excuse me, what is it? And everyone was like, yeah, what is that? Like you finally were brave enough to ask, and everybody was dying to ask.
Yeah. So bottom line is right now life is a shit show.
See?
Shadoobie.
But
Yeah.
it's a big shadoobie, but we're all in the big Should do it together. Yeah, we're all in the big Shadoobie home together.
But here's the thing. Here's my end of the year challenge for everybody. Find a way to make the world a better place. Is it volunteering in the community? Is it Zooming relatives or friends you haven't talked to in a while? We can spread some kindness. You know, we're all in this together.
You know what I like about what you're saying there is
Spread
what
love.
is the best thing for us is to stay busy. So even if it's that,
Yeah.
which especially if it's that, that's the best thing you can do is to do something for other people. But staying busy keeps your mind healthy.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all want to hear
Absolutely.
like 9 facts about friendships when we're talking about connecting?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. This may help or not help. I don't know. The idea of a perfect friendship is a myth.
I agree.
Oh, it's not perfect.
Don't get let down when something doesn't feel perfect that day with your friends.
I'd say that's normal.
I've had girlfriends in the past that were like, well, my friend has changed. She's all about her new relationship. And I'm like, sometimes your friendship can be lunch once a month, and that's the extent of your friendship because you have other commitments elsewhere.
Yes.
That's still your friend, even though they can't go bar hopping with you on Friday nights because they found a boyfriend. Friendships
actually-
evolve.
That's one of these.
That's right.
Here's the second one. Yo-yo friendships are not healthy. So like, I like you this week, and then I'm mad at you next week, and then oh, we're back together. That's not healthy for you. That might
Yeah.
really not be the friends you need to keep in your.
Flush that Shadoobie.
Okay, Shadoobies.
Shadoobie.
Okay, sometimes you will be left out or excluded. I mean, it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes everybody doesn't work together, and someone gets left out of the moment. It doesn't mean they don't love you.
Yeah, don't take it
Don't
personally.
take it personally. Friendships break up, and that's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look, we've grown
season.
apart.
That's right.
We have different goals.
Season, a reason, or a lifetime. Yeah.
That's true.
There you go. Spending all your time with one friend isn't healthy, which is what you were saying.
Yeah.
Very
Can't
true.
always be with you, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, that could be toxic.
Can be.
Yeah.
Could be.
Because think about this, and Rebecca has said this before, we connect well, we're not like having lunch every day, not even once a week. But this is
Well,
healthy.
we used to.
We used to have
Prior to
breakfast once a
COVID.
week. But anyway, it doesn't make us less valuable to each other.
That's right.
Boyfriends can get in the way of relationships.
True.
Yes.
So, I mean, if you got a boyfriend and the relationship ends, just understand what it was.
That's right.
Either
Yeah.
sign up for it or don't. Comparing your friendships to others is not wise. They're all going to look different.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, and they're all going to bring different value to your life. Sometimes your friends won't like each other.
Oh, wow.
She just said
That's
that.
a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah, that's why you can't. You might feel excluded. I love you, but I know you two don't love each other, so I'm going to go with her today to lunch.
Yeah.
Sometimes friends aren't really friends at all.
Oh.
Hello,
Frenemies.
Yeah.
enemies.
Sometimes
Flush,
friends.
that's another Shadoobie to flush.
But why?
Yes.
Yeah, because why keep it going?
Right.
Life is short, and we're not bringing each other any value. So, friends who try to control you are not friends.
Mm.
That's a big deal.
That's a great big deal.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're the last ones we let go of. We don't understand why we continue to let that feed in our life.
Because you can have jealousy in a friendship in the same way as in a romantic relationship.
Yeah, that's true.
And both of these last 2 points, you know, sometimes the friendships are just based on competitiveness.
Here's what I like. It takes work to maintain friendships.
It
Yes.
does take work because you have this. Everybody gets busy life.
Don't underestimate the value of I'm sorry. Even if you didn't do anything wrong. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings.
Well, here's what I like
Yes,
too
or-
that it's hard work is because, not hard work, it should be hard work, but understand that it's work. We are all human, we all have our flaws, and we're not going to say the right thing all the time, and we may not react the way you want us to react, and we may let you down, but deep down honesty.
Was that your last one?
No. Are you ready for me to go? There's one more.
I'm itching to say something.
Here, this is it. Working on your friendships is worth the effort.
Yes, it is.
You know who's
Yes,
worth
it
that
is.
extra time.
It
Yeah,
is.
what?
I just want to end that because those are all very, very good points. I just want to end that with communication being the key to everything, to relationships, friendships especially. Staying in touch with each other, and when there is a blip, because they're not all perfect, that was one of your things. When there is a blip, talk about it. Hey Carrie, when you said so and so, that hurt my feelings. Did you
Right.
mean that? Or
Yeah.
and you have the opportunity then to go, no, my gosh, I didn't mean it that way at all. Just communicate. Just talk to each other Because I have found you can always figure things out as long as you're talking. Once the talking stops, you're pretty
Yeah.
much at a dead end.
I was gonna say the
Just
exact
communicate.
same thing, and the key that she's saying is talk, not text.
I was gonna say that too,
It's
yeah.
about truly talking. It's text. We've done shows on this. Oh my word, that
We've
can be
had that amongst
disastrous.
ourselves where the text
Yes,
gets
we have.
misconstrued and then we're like, I didn't
We
mean
have,
that.
absolutely.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Always talk about it.
Cool, okay, do you have a help tip?
Of course I do. This has absolutely nothing to do with what we've been talking about today, but I did mention earlier that we just had Halloween, and I know we still have a bunch of Halloween candy. So two of the most popular ones are Kit Kats and Reese's. Let me ask you the Reese's Cups. Carrie,
Yes.
are you a Kit Kat fan? Of course, we're all Kit Kat fans.
We call it Kit Kat, but I'm a
Yeah.
Reese's girl all day.
Reese's.
Me too.
That's my favorite
Definitely,
candy.
definitely.
Okay, mine too.
Right.
It was mine too. And so, yeah, if you choose to divulge with those two candies, please know, if you choose a miniature Kit Kat, all you have to do is briskly walk 6 minutes and you burn that sucker off. But if you choose two of the miniature Reese's Cups, then you have to run for 2 miles to burn those suckers off. So just kind of weigh that out. Yeah, I know there's a lot more sugar in the Reese's Cups, and
I will
that
run.
peanut butter.
I'll run.
I'll run for
That
Reese's.
peanut butter is not real peanut butter, and a lot of people make the wrong choice because they think it is.
They think they're just getting a protein, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, I love that.
But
Okay,
it might be worth it.
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Still sticking with the Reese's.
Okay, yummy. Y'all enjoy your leftover candy. Have a great rest of the year.
Reach out to your relationship.
Why did I say that? We'll be back next week. All right, I just don't know. The year's weird. Who knows? That's a great talk today. All right, y'all have a great week.
SOAR.